Hey everyone, I'm Ranger Kelsey with Play Frisco's Natural Resources Division. Welcome to episode 3 of our virtual program, Nature in Your Neighborhood. To join in on the fun, make sure you download this episode's Explorer Guide found here. In today's episode, Real Fun in Frisco, we're going to walk you through the basics of freshwater fishing at one of our favorite natural areas, Boyd Park. But there are several great fishing locations in Frisco, so find one near you. For many aspiring anglers, choosing the right fishing gear can be a little overwhelming. There are so many options. But don't worry, you only need a few basic pieces of equipment to get started and set yourself up for success. There are 4 types of fishing reels, each with its own pros and cons. They are the spin cast reel, the spinning reel, the bait casting reel, and the fly reel. We recommend using the spin cast reel. It has 3 main advantages. It's easy to use, it rarely causes line tangles, and it's generally the cheapest rod and reel combo that you can buy. You can purchase your spin cast reel in a rod and reel combo, which will come packaged in several pieces. Let's talk about how to assemble your rod and reel. First, loosen the knob at the bottom of the rod, then place the reel, and then turn back to tighten. Next, simply connect the 2 pieces of your rod. Ensure the line guides are straight by looking down your rod. Press the button on your reel to release the fishing line. Finally, thread the line through the line guides, working your way from the bottom of the rod to the tip of the rod. You have successfully assembled your rod and reel combo. Now let's take a closer look at selecting your fishing tackle, beginning with hooks. A lot of hooks out there. Big hooks, small hooks, treble hooks, barbed hooks. It's easy to get confused and discouraged. For this reason, we recommend that beginners start with a simple bait holder hook. When you purchase your hooks, you will notice they are organized by both type and number. Use a number 6 bait holder for stocked trout, a number 4 bait holder for sunfish and crappie, and a 1/0 bait holder for largemouth bass and catfish. Do you plan on keeping your fish or throwing it back? If you plan to return your fish to the water, use a pair of pliers to remove the barbs from your hook. This will increase the fish's chance for survival. Now that we've selected our hooks, let's learn how to tie them onto the line. For many people, knot tying can be intimidating, but to get started with fishing, you only need to learn one knot, the Palomar. First, form a loop at the end of your line. Pass the loop through the eye of the hook. With the loop, tie an overhand knot. Then pass the loop over the hook and pull it down around the knot. Tighten the loop around the knot and wet the knot using your mouth. Pull both ends to tighten the knot and then trim the tag end. Congratulations, you have successfully made a Palomar knot. Remember, this takes practice, so don't get discouraged if you don't get it the first time. Now that you've tied on your hook, you're one step closer to completing the setup of your fishing pole. Next, we're going to cover how to attach the sinker, bobber, and bait. We recommend using split-shot sinkers as they are easy to attach. Place the sinker on the line approximately 6 inches above the hook and close it using a pair of pliers. To attach the bobber, press the top button to expose the bottom hook and attach it to the line. Next, place your thumb over the bottom and press the outer ring of the top button to expose the hook and attach. The closer your bobber is to the hook, the shallower your bait will be. The further your bobber is from the hook, the deeper your bait will be. For beginners, we recommend using natural bait like night crawlers.
Now you're ready to begin fishing. But remember, before heading out to your local fishing hole, make sure you get a Texas fishing license, which is required for anyone ages 17 or older.
Let's walk through how to cast. First, hold the rod and reel like this, with your thumb resting on top of the button and your pointer finger hooked on the bottom. Next, press and hold the button. Finally, tilt the rod back to the 1 o'clock position and gently snap it forward, releasing your button near the end of the cast to release the line. Remember, point the tip of your rod towards the spot where you want your bait to land. Watch your bobber for movement. If it shakes or you feel a tug, you've likely got a fish. Gently pull up on your rod to set the hook and begin reeling in your catch.
Remember, some days you'll have a day, like I'm having now, where you won't catch anything at all. But hey, that's why they call it fishing and not catching. The important thing is to always enjoy the experience.
If you aren't eating your fish, it's ethical to practice catch and release. Let's look at a good example of what to do in this scenario. Wet your hands to prevent damaging the fish's protective coating. Quickly remove the hook and support the fish under its belly. Then gently release the fish into the water. If you plan to keep your fish, make sure you are following all size and bag limit regulations, which can be found on the Texas Parks and Wildlife website or the Outdoor Annual app. Remember to be considerate to other anglers, both human and wildlife. Do this by respecting their space and leaving the area cleaner than you found it. It is especially important to never leave fishing line behind, as tangles can cause injury or death to wildlife.
We hope this episode has gotten you hooked on fishing. The City of Frisco maintains several stocked ponds which are great for beginners. You can find their locations here. So grab your gear and find your perfect fishing hole. Until next time, I'm Ranger Kelsey with Play Frisco's Natural Resources Division, and I hope you'll take some time this week to play naturally. Bye!